Magandang araw. Ngayon, we are going to discuss about recognizing and using patterns and relationships. For our objectives, at the end of this session, you are expected to solve problems involving direct proportion, multiplication and division of whole numbers, and solves multiple step problems involving fundamental operations on decimal numbers. Let us first have a review. First is put the following decimals in descending order. When we say descending order, we are going to arrange the following decimals from highest to lowest. We have 0.402, 0.42, 0.375, 1.2, and 0.85. So for the solution, we are going to look for the highest place value to the lowest. So, ang first place value natin is 0, 0, 0, 1, and 0. So, mapapansin natin, pinakamataas yung 1, therefore, ang highest is 1.2. Next place value, we have 4, 4, 3, and 8. Highest yung 0.8, therefore, ang next natin is 0.85. Next is 0.4 and 0.4. Mas mataas siya sa 0.3. So, i-compare natin yung 0.402 and 0.42. So, yung next place value natin is 0 itong isa at yung isa naman ay 42. So, mas mataas yung 42 kaysa sa 40. Therefore, yung next natin is 0.42. And then after that is 0.402. And then finally, yung ating lowest is 0.375. Next, arrange 2/5, 4/6, 3/5, and 1/3 in ascending order. This time, we are going to arrange the following fractions in ascending order, which means we are going to arrange them from lowest to highest. So first is find the LCM of the denominator and change them in similar fractions. So kukunin natin yung LCM or yung LCD. So here, ang LCM natin is 3. Because the LCM of 5, 6, 5, and 3 ay 30. Yung 30 ay divisible sa 5, 6, 5, and 3. Now, para maging similar fractions silang lahat, we are going to multiply the numerator and denominator of each fraction by a number para maging 30 yung denominator niya. So, for the first fraction, we have 2/5. So, para maging 30 yung 5, we have to multiply 5 by 6. So, 5 by 6 is 30. And 2 times 6 is 12. Therefore, the first fraction is 12 over 30. Next is, we have 4 over 6. Para maging 30 yung 6, we have to multiply 6 by 5, which is 30, and multiply the numerator 4 by 5, which is 20. So, therefore, ang ating fraction na ay 20 over 30. Next, we have 3/5. So, para maging 30 yung 5, we have to multiply it by 6. And, i-multiply din natin ang numerator na 3 by 6. So, 3 times 6 is 18. 5 times 6 is 30. Next is 1/3. Para maging 30 yung 3, we have to multiply it by 10. So, 3 times 10 is 30. And 1 times 10 is 10. So, dito, meron na tayong fractions 12 over 30, 20 over 30, 18 over 30, and 10 over 30. So, let us compare the numerator and arrange them in ascending order. So, pinakamababa yung 10 over 30, and then sumunod yung 12 over 30, sumunod ay 18, sumunod ay 20. And then, yung corresponding fraction dun sa original fraction natin, yung 10 over 30 is 1/3, sunod ay 2/5, sunod ay 3/5, and 4 over 6. Which of the following is a prime number? A6, B9, C10, D11. Letter A. Pag sinabi natin prime number, wala siyang ibang factor kundi yung sarili niya and 1. So, yung letter A is 6, the factor is 3 times 2. Letter B, 9, the factor is 3 times 3. Letter C is 10, the factor is 5 times 2. And letter D is 11, the factor is 11 times 1. The answer will be letter D because wala siyang ibang factor kundi yung sarili niya and number 1. So, 11 is a prime number. Now, let's take your pretest. You can pause the video while answering each question. Write your answer on your answer sheet. Multiple choice. Write the letter of the correct answer on a sheet of paper on your answer sheet. Number 1, on average, a human hair grows about 1.25 centimeters per month. At this rate, how long would the strand of hair grow in 2 years? A. 15 centimeters, B. 30 centimeters, C. 60 centimeters, and D. 90 centimeters. Next, 3 pipes take 60 minutes to water the field. How much time it will take to water the field with 6 pipes? A. 120 minutes, B. 18 minutes, C. 60 minutes, D. 180 minutes. A contractor hired 150 men to pave a road in 30 days. How many men would he hire to do the same work in 20 days? A. 20 men, B. 30 men, C. 100 men, D. 200 men. Mr. Ken and 32 markers had 32 markers in his classroom. He buys new boxes of markers that have 9 markers in each box. Now, he has 86 markers. How many new boxes did he buy? A. 6 boxes, B. 9 boxes, C. 12 boxes, D. 15 boxes. There are 30 students in the class. A small table seats 3 students. How many tables are needed? A. 3 tables, B. 6 tables, C. 9 tables, and D. 10 tables. Now, I know it takes quite time to answer that pretest. Did you do well in answering the test? Now, check your answer in the pretest. So, the answer in number 1 is letter B. The answer in number 2 is letter A. Number 3 is letter C. Number 4 is letter A. And number 5 is letter D. Next, let's face it. Now, we are going to solve the following problems. We have a lot of examples later on para mas madali nating para magkaroon tayo ng different situations na sasagutan. First problem is your neighbor asks you to feed their pet dog 3 times a day during weekdays. In return, they will give you 20 pesos every time you feed the dog. How much will they give you for a week? Now, paano natin sasagutan itong problem natin? To solve this problem, we have to answer the following questions. First is, what is asked? Ano ba yung tinatanong doon sa ating problem na kailangan nating sagutan or isolve? Number 2, what are the given? Ano yung mga given sa ating problem? Number 3, what are the operations to be used? Ano yung operation na gagamitin natin sa pag-solve ng ating problem? Number 4, what is the number sense? And number 5, what is the final answer? So for number 4, what is the number sentence? Doon natin ilalagay yung ating equation or yung ating solution sa pagsagot ng ating problems. And for number 5, what is the final answer? So dito na natin ilalagay yung ating final answer. First is what is as. Ano ba yung tinatanong dito sa problem natin? So, first, kailangan muna nating himayin yung ating problem para mas maintindihan natin kung ano yun. Dahil kung hindi natin naiintindihan yung problem, hindi natin masosolve itong problem na ito. So, your neighbor asked you to feed. Kailangan humahanap sila ng tao at ikaw yon upang pakainin yung kanilang aso 3 times a day during weekdays. So, in return, babayaran ka naman nila ng 20 pesos tuwing papakainin mo ang kanilang aso. Magkano yung kanilang ibibigay sa iyo sa isang linggo? So, ang tanong is, how much will your neighbor give you for a week? Next is, what are the given? So, una, pakakainin mo siya 3 times a day, yung aso nila, at during weekdays siya. So, ilang araw ba ang weekdays? You have Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday. You have 5 days during the weekdays. And, tuwing papakainin mo yung aso nila, bibigyan ka nila ng 20 pesos. What is the operation to be used? Ano ba yung operation na gagamitin natin? Multiplication. Next, what is the number sentence? So, based dun sa given natin, imumultiply lang natin yung 3. Yung 3 times mo siyang papakainin. Ito ay weekdays, yung 5, and 20 pesos ang ibabayad niya sa'yo tuwing papakainin mo siya. So, 3 times 5 times 20 equals N. And what is the final answer? So, involving the solution, 3 times 5 times 20 is equal to 300. So, 300 ang babayaran niya, ang ibabayad niya sa'yo sa buong linggo. So, they will give you 300 pesos for a week. Okay, nice. Next. Your neighbor will give you 300 pesos for a week. Now, to solve multi-step routine and non-routine problems, we must follow these simple steps. First is understand the problem. Next is devise a plan. Next is carry out the plan and then look back. First is understand the problem. Katulad ng sinabi ko kanina, we have to read and himay-himayin yung ating problem para mas maintindihan natin ito. Next is devise a plan. It is including getting what are the given and finding out what are the operation to be used. Next is carry out the plan. It includes the formulating the number sentence and solving the problem and then finding the final answer. And then number 4 is look back. We have to check our answer if it is correct. There are problems involving proportion where two quantities in a proportion are directly related. A proportion is direct if an increase in one quantity produces the same rate of increase on the other quantity and vice versa. When we say proportion, pag proportion ay direct, yung pagtaas ng value ng isa is tataas din yung sa isa. Kapag bumaba naman yung isa, bababa din yung isa. Direct lang yung kanilang relationship. Let us have some examples. So marami tayo dito example and lahat sila ay word problems. Example number 1, 3 bananas cost 5 pesos. How many bananas can be bought with 20 pesos? So meron tayong 3 banana na nagkakahalaga ng 5 pesos. Ilang bananas ang mabibili natin kapag meron tayong 20 pesos? So, kung isipin natin, madali lang siya, hindi ba? So, by using our step-by-step ways of finding the answer in a problem, solution, ang given natin ay meron tayong tatlong number of bananas at nagkakahalaga ito ng 5 piso. Ilan daw yung mabibili natin banana kapag meron tayong 20 pesos? The proportion is 3:5 equals n:20. Ito yon. 3:5 equals n:20. Or 3/5 is equal to n/20. Now, to solve this, we have to multiply this one. Cross-multiply tayo. So, 5 times n is equal to 3 times 20. Okay? Next is 5n equals 3 times 20, which is 60. And, para matira na lang yung n's sa left side ng equation natin, we have to divide both by 5. So, cancel na ito. N equals 60 divided by 5, which is equal to 12. 60 divided by 5 is 12. Therefore, 12 bananas ang mabibili natin kapag meron tayong 20 pesos. That's it. But, we can check our answer. So, to check, balik tayo dun sa ating original proportion, which is 3:5 equals n:20. Wherein yung n natin is 12 bananas. So, meron tayong tinatawag na extremes sa ating proportion and means. Extremes ay yung nandoon sa dulo, which are yung 3 and 20, at yung means naman ay 5 and 12. Okay. Now, pag minultiply natin yung means at multiply natin yung extremes, kailangan equal sila para masabi natin na sila ay direct proportion. So, when we multiply 3 times 20, that is 60. And yung means natin na 5 times 12, which is 60. So, similar sila, equal sila, therefore, correct yung answer natin at direct proportion ng ating given. Example number 2. If 12 ball pens are bought for 75 pesos, how much will you pay for 24 ball pens at the same rate? Kung meron ka daw 12 ball pens na nabili mo ng 75 pesos, magkano daw yung babayaran mo kapag 24 ball pens ang bibilhin mo at the same rate? So, direct proportion pa rin ito. So, same pa rin yung ating solution. The proportion is 12 is to 75 pesos equals 24 is to n, kung magkano. Next, the fraction is 12 over 75 equals 24 over n. Then, cross multiply. 12 times n equals 24 times 75. Next, bring down 12n equals 24 times 75 is 1,800. And then, to eliminate 12, divide natin sa 12 both side. Cancel na yung 12 sa left side. N is equal to 1,800 divided by 2 is 150 pesos. Therefore, we will pay 150 pesos for 24 ball pens at the same rate. Example number 3. Lorna earns 10,000 a month. How much does she earn in 2 years? So, madali lang ito. Kasi, kumikita daw si Lorna ng 10,000 per month, magkano daw yung kanyang kikitain in 2 years? So, for our given, earning per month is 10,000 and in 2 years, there are 24 months. We are just going to multiply 10,000 by 24, and that is 240,000 pesos. So, Lorna will earn 240,000 pesos in 2 years. Example number 4. Whitney bought 10 boxes of ice cream and 10 boxes of yogurt. Each box of ice cream cost 20 pesos and each box of yogurt cost 5 pesos. How much more did Whitney spend on ice cream than on yogurt? Okay. So, dito, our given are ang 10 boxes of ice cream and 4 boxes of yogurt. 20 pesos daw sa bawat ice cream and 5 pesos sa bawat yogurt. Solution: 10 times 20 ay total amount of ice cream is 200. And 4 times 5 is 20 pesos total amount of yogurt. And then we are just going to subtract them kasi ang tinatanong is magkano daw yung how much more, magkano yung in-spend ni Whitney on ice cream more than the yogurt. So, 200 minus 20 pesos is equal to 180 pesos spending. Okay? Next, David runs 4.6 kilometers every morning. One day, he runs 3.8 kilometers and then stops to a break. How much farther does David have left to run? So, si David ay tumakbo ng 4.6 kilometers tuwing umaga. One day, tumakbo lang siya ng 3.8 kilometers at tumigil siya for a break. How much farther does David have left to run? So, madali lang ito kasi tinatanong lang kung ilan pa yung kailangan niyang takbuhin para ma-meet yung 4.6 kilometers na tinatakbo niya every morning. Ang given natin is 4.6 kilometers every morning and 3.8 kilometers. We are just going to subtract. 4.6 minus 3.8 kilometers is 0.8 kilometers. So, to show more about the solution, so 4.6 minus 3.8, 6 minus 8 cannot be, so borrow 1 sa 4, which magiging 3. 16 minus 8 is 8. Bring down yung decimal point, and 3 minus 3 is 0. Therefore, 0.8 kilometers pa yung kailangan niyang takbuhin. Example number 6. Jaden bought 5 bottles of maple syrup. Each bottle contained 4.7 ounces of syrup. How many ounces of syrup did Jaden buy in total? So, bumili daw si Jaden ng 5 bote ng maple syrup. Bawat bote daw ay 4.7 ounces. Ilang ounces daw yung binili ni Jaden in total? So, madali lang ito dahil i-multiply lang natin yung 5 bottles by 4.7 ounces. So, 5 times 4.7 is equal to 23.5 ounces. So, to show the solution, 4.7 times 5, 7 times 5 is 35, carry 3, 4 times 5 is 20, plus 3 is 23. So, dito may isa tayong place value ng decimal, therefore, the answer is 23.5 ounces. Now, for your independent activity, you can pause the video while solving the problem. Solve the following problems in a sheet of paper. Write your answer on your answer sheet. Next, to deepen your understanding of the lesson, here are some activities to do. Cable wire is sold by the meter. A length of 10 meters of wire cost 99 pesos. So, pinagbibili daw yung wire by meter at yung 10 meters ay nagkakahalaga ng 99 pesos. What will 20 meters of the cable wire cost? What will 50 meters of the cable wire cost? What will 80 meters of the cable wire cost? And what length of the cable wire can be bought for 495 pesos? Okay. Supply the missing terms of definition. The steps in solving word problems according to George Polya. Okay, fill in the blank. First is understand the problem. Next is devise a plan. Next is execute the plan. And next is look back. Okay, great. Assessment. You can pause the video while solving each problem. First is, we have the following. Write your answer on your answer sheet. For the reflection part, fill in the blanks to explain the process of solving problems using Polya's problem-solving technique. Write your answers on your answer sheet. Now I know how to solve problems involving direct proportions and operations on word problem and whole numbers and decimals using Polya's problem-solving technique. First is I will, second, I will, third, finally, now I know how to. That's it for our lesson for today. Good luck for answering assessment.